So in this way, every time turn inward and watch and examine one's mind, how it is just thinking and how it is appearing. So in general, that from beginningless lifetime, that we were wandering in the samsara, that because of that delusion, and moreover that concentrating on self ego, that a kind of great pride we have. And then we think that I'm just good, or I'm great, or I'm healthy, and so forth. Whatever the thoughts are there, examine it. If we concentrate into ourselves, that we might have tiny bit of quality, other than that we really don't have anything. And even this, our body, if we just try to think in a proper way and examine, then this is just covered by our skin, and inside there is the just blood, pus, and all the unclean substances and very dirty things are there, almost like a 36 disgusting substances that piled up in our body. So, but still we think, oh, this is my body, and then just clean up and just kind of do all this kind of makeup, but still that it is just based on the affliction. And even that our mind also, if we just examine, then it is always, there are all these delusions that which is arising constantly. So in this way, if we properly think, then what is there, anything that which we could have that kind of thought that I'm great, or I'm just something very special. So that's why those who apply into the actual Dharma practice is just need to be like a buffalo whose just horn is cut off. Any kind of just animal who is just kind of like a piercing with the horn, and that when that horn is cut off, then become just kind of very humble. So that similar like that, this our body and mind, that which is kind of like afflicted by all this kind of affliction, that not creating that kind of ego or pride, we need to be just very humble. And even we look to somebody, that one have to be just look in a very peaceful and humble and with a smiling face. Even we just have some conversation, also something that which is nice and sweet. Even we just go or walk, that behavior also not very rough action, but kind of very simple way. So that way is the all these manners are in accordance with the Dharma. But anyhow, that almost the foreign country and especially American maybe something different. And thinking that, oh, just I'm great and I'm just powerful, and even we talk kind of just very loud. And if one examine whether one have that much power or not, one can understand. And even within this lifetime also, that one could not get accomplished with one's activities, that having so much problem. And when that happens, also that one does not have any idea where one will go. So that is not only you, even we also, that when actually death happens, then there is no anything that one can use one's power. It is just depending upon the karma. And when the actual death happens, then the lot of death just brings these black huge ropes, and that lasso, tie up your neck and pulls up your body, dead body. Then there is nothing we can do. And since one have accumulated lots of negative karma, and according to that, there are also lots of punishments. So at that time, just looking for help, one may scream for one's father and mother and whoever. Just there is no any benefit. So although that one's parent or relatives, they wish they could protect, but they don't have the capability to protect them. So in this way, however, we think that we don't have any energy or power to be very arrogant or prideful. And these like afflicted minds such as pride and anger, these are really very non-virtuous thing. And among the 5 poisons or afflicted mind, the most powerful is the pride and anger. And whatever kind of just karma one have created through this pride and anger, that consequences or the result that one will fall into the hell ring. So in this way, just always try to examine your mind. And when one just when one sees or finds that one's mind is afflicted, and examining in that way through which one can just decrease or subdue the afflicted mind.
No, the race the top of some of tone, then I just no control them, departure of your budget sound of tongue, near Mumba 20, since you got low in budget sound of tongue, the Romo to Maton, the Marcon top of sound of tongue, Machun progress.
And every time just examining one's mind, and then especially just understanding the fault of being angry and prideful, and if one just control and try to work on it, even just tiny bit of it, then slowly one can just become better to have less having less affliction.
The name of a point on the answer, the ticket, she don't take on a dumbush pay on it, I said to us,
when we discuss the afflictions, it is not happening like as we cut a tree and just throw it away. And slowly continue having the continuity of these practice, and then slowly that one can just lessen the afflicted minds. And however that meditations are, if you do some part of the shamatha meditation practice, that also helps to just suppress the afflictions. And then, as explained yesterday, that just chanting the Guru Yoga and then doing the supplication to Guru, that is important. And just saying that to do the Guru Yoga practice, just because that we are just something great or big. So all the past Mahasiddhas and the realized beings, that they just carry through this same kind of practice, and other than that they didn't find any other else.
Lami Telember, Sidas on them, Medan Gurundan, Ni Toban the Soat, the general whatever you said, Nansuris. And it has been just explained that to carry through the Guru Yoga practice, one could just go to a very isolated place where there is no peoples or anybody, any kind of distraction, and then by oneself chanting the 7-line prayer and Bhajar Guru mantra, and with full devotion, and until one could just have just full confidence. In that way, one just need to carry through the practices. Sunday meditation, meaning Timor Tata Mandu Missene, Sunday Tendesena, Guru Mojikong, and in this way, if one have the strong devotion and then do the supplication prayer until one could just feel and have like tears also come out through the devotion, and then when it become very pure prayer, then Guru Mujhe Guru Sambhava appears in real, and then one can just receive all the blessings. But in some like cities or where there are lots of people, and if you just do kind of like a chanting like that, then they will say that you are crazy.
So in this way, anyway, you just try to carry through the practice. So although I may not have any quality, but just hoping that that may get benefit, some benefit for you, and for that purpose, I'm just telling you just again and again. In general, that the Lama and the disciples, that one need to have that kind of relationship, even much dearer than a father and a son. But I'm not just telling you that, oh, I'm Lama and you are just my disciple, but in general, that the relationships and the practices are like that.
Oh, yeah,
so now today, just the Talung students, they are receiving the instruction, and the rest, all the Ngonto practitioner and Dzogchen Tegel practitioner, you can just carry through your practice. And then just based on this weather, you just try to take care of your health also.
Thank you.